They say the first thought you have in the morning reveals your state of mind. Mine used to be, what did I eat last night? Now, it's, how do I want to feel today? I'm still learning. Healing isn't a one-size-fits-all plan, it's a series of daily choices. Some easy. Some hard. Some downright terrifying. So I say to myself, I'm not perfect. But I'm showing up. That counts. Today, I'm not skipping meals. I'm not bargaining with hunger. I'm choosing joy, even if it comes with carbs. Bathroom, Jessica getting ready. She puts on light makeup, music playing in the background, upbeat and soft. She tries on a dress she hasn't worn in months. It fits, not perfectly, but she wears it anyway. This dress used to be my goal outfit. Now? It's just fabric. It doesn't define me. I do. Cafe, late morning, a cozy, plant-filled brunch spot. Jessica walks in and spots Lizzie already seated at a window booth. They hug, sit, and start browsing the menu. You were glowing today. I love that dress. Thank you. It used to sit in the maybe when I lose weight section of my closet. And now? Now it's just a dress. I'm trying not to attach shame to sizes anymore. Sam, I've seen you fight so hard to fit into everything, diets, plans, expectations. I'm proud of you for stepping out of that box. Stepping out. Girl, I kicked the box down and set it on fire. You are so funny. You do you, girl. I'll have the avocado toast with poached eggs and extra tomatoes. And a chai latte. I think I'll have banana pancakes and matcha. Because I deserve sweet things too. You know what's funny? I used to sit in places like this calculating calories in my head. What's the lowest carb option? How can I earn this later? Never enjoyed the actual moment. And now? Now I'm enjoying the people, the smell of cinnamon in the air, the sound of clinking cutlery. I'm actually here. Not in guilt, not in restriction, just here. That's beautiful, Jessica. But I won't lie. I still feel fear sometimes. Like my body might betray me. Or that food freedom means I'll lose control again. That fear is real. But so is your growth. You're not where you used to be. I realized something. I don't need to control my body, I need to trust it. Listen to it. Feed it. Thank it. That's powerful. I spent so many years shrinking myself. Now, I want to take up space. Physically, emotionally, fully. Server returns with their food. They take a deep breath before eating. Peaceful music fades in. Brunch isn't just a meal anymore. It's a symbol of nourishment, friendship, and freedom. Jessica's living room. Later that day, Jessica is seated on her couch, scrolling through her phone. She stumbles on an old photo of herself during her fitness obsession phase, abs showing, smile wide, but eyes tired. People called me disciplined back then. You were glowing. You've never looked better. But what they didn't see was the 5 a.m. workouts. The skipped dinners. The crying in dressing rooms because nothing ever felt enough. I was dying inside. And no one noticed. She puts the phone down and walks to the kitchen, makes a cup of chamomile tea. The kettle whistles. She exhales. I've started unpacking my triggers. The magazines I used to hoard. The fitness influencers I followed religiously. The before and after stories I worshipped. No thanks. I'm dropping the pressure instead. This isn't about ignoring health. It's about redefining it. Health isn't a weight goal. It's being able to walk without pain. It's laughing at brunch without food guilt. It's peace after years of war with yourself. Today, I ate food that made me feel alive. I laughed. I breathed. I rested. And for once, I didn't punish myself for it. This is progress. Old habits knock on the door sometimes. But now, I don't always have to let them in. Therapist's office, afternoon, a warm, inviting room with a couch, bookshelves, and soft lighting. Jessica sits across from Dr. Martinez, a kind-faced therapist in his 50s. Holds a small notebook in his lap, nervous.
You've taken a brave step by coming here. Most people wait until they've hit the wall.
I think I've hit that wall. More than once. And then I kept climbing it like a punishment.
That's a powerful image. What made you decide now was the time?
I realized I don't want to spend the rest of my life obsessed with food or my body. I'm tired of the scale, the mirror, the voices in my head that never shut up.
That inner critic, let's call her the enforcer. She thrives on fear, rules, perfection. But there's another voice in you, the one that brought you here. What do you think she's saying?
She's quiet. But she says, let me live. Please. She wants peace, not control.
And that's the voice we'll learn to amplify.
I used to think therapy was for people who couldn't handle life. But I'm learning. Avoiding the pain didn't make it disappear. It just buried it in food logs and workouts.
Avoidance is survival, until it becomes a prison. You've started unlocking the door.
Eating birthday cake without guilt. Falling asleep without planning tomorrow's calories. Looking in the mirror and seeing a person, not a problem.
Those are not small things, Jessica. They are life. And you deserve every one of them.
Maybe healing isn't a straight line. Maybe it's a spiral, revisiting wounds with more wisdom each time. And this time, I'm not alone. Fred's dining room, evening, a stylish dinner party is in progress. String lights glow. Plates clatter. Laughter fills the air. Jessica sits beside her friend Scott, a vibrant Brand in his 30s with a big personality and love for healthy living. Plates of colorful food are being passed around.
All right, I made a drink myself, gluten-free lasagna with lentil pasta. High protein, low carb. It's giving. I love my body and eat like a goddess.
It looks amazing, honestly. But also, that's a lot of pressure for a lasagna.
Guilty. I've been deep in my eat clean or cry trying phase. You know me.
You were the one who introduced me to activated charcoal smoothies and intermittent fasting.
Guilty again. But hey, that charcoal gave me confidence. And constipation.
They both laugh. The mood lightens. Others are deep in conversation around them. Jessica's plate has a bit of everything. Scott notices.
You're eating bread again?
Yep. And cheese. And probably dessert too.
Where are you and what have you done with Jessica?
Someone who's tired of living by Instagram's food rules.
Wait. You're serious?
Dead serious. I used to think the more I restricted, the better I was. But all I did was starve myself of joy.
Dang. I've never heard you talk like this.
I'm done punishing myself with celery sticks. I want to nourish, not punish.
That's honestly inspiring. You know, I don't even know why I eat the way I do anymore. It's just habit. Social media. The voice that says, you're not enough.
Exactly. I've started asking myself, would I still eat this way if no one was watching? Most times, the answer's no.
I think I need to sit with that.
One meal won't ruin your body. But a lifetime of shame will ruin your spirit. Jessica's childhood bedroom, weekend afternoon, Jessica is visiting her parents. Her old bedroom remains mostly unchanged, posters, books, a teddy bear on the bed. She sits cross-legged on the floor with an open memory box filled with photos, journals, and old clothes. Her mother, Mrs. Thompson, stands in the doorway. Still fits you like a glove, doesn't it? Barely. But I'm okay with that now. You were always so tiny back then. Everyone used to say you had the perfect figure. Yeah. I remember. Back then, being perfect meant skipping second helpings, declining cake, doing crunches before school. I even wrote some things in my journal like, "Dear Diary, I ate too much at lunch today. I'll skip dinner. I have to be better tomorrow, Sam." I had no idea you felt that way. I didn't know how to talk about it. I just learned early that approval came when I was smaller, quieter, controlled. I'm so sorry. I thought I was encouraging you, not hurting you. You were doing your best, Mom. This world teaches us all to value appearance before health. What would you say to that little girl now? I'd tell her she's already enough, that her worth doesn't shrink or grow with her waistline, and that joy is not a reward, it's a right. Healing sometimes means revisiting the roots. Not to blame, but to reclaim. So, tell me why you reached out. Because I'm tired of my life being ruled by calories and guilt. Because I've read every diet book and still don't know how to eat. Because I want food to be normal again. That's a powerful start. And you're not alone, Jessica. I work with people every day who've been gaslit by food rules. They don't know the difference between hunger and shame anymore. Yes. That's it. Sometimes I ask myself, am I actually hungry? Or just punishing myself for something else? Exactly. Let's take it back to the basics. Forget the scales, the macros, the fasting windows. Let's talk about satisfaction, joy, connection. Satisfaction? That feels like a dirty word in diet culture. That's how twisted things have become. We've moralized food so much that enjoying it feels like rebellion. Let's sit with that. Don't fight the feeling, just observe it. You don't need to earn this slice. You're allowed to eat simply because you're a human being who enjoys flavor. I've never heard that said out loud. You know, I used to eat with so much shame, I never actually tasted anything. It's like I was chewing self-loathing. Then it's time to rewrite the story. Food is not the enemy. Your body is not the battleground. And healing is not a sprint, it's a daily choice. I used to think the hardest part of dieting was giving up food. But now I know, the hardest part is giving up the story. The story that told me thinner meant happier. That discipline equaled worth. That my body had to be perfect to be loved. But stories can change. Healing doesn't start with a meal plan, it starts with permission. Permission to listen. To nourish. To be full, in every sense of the word. For so long, I chased control. Now, I'm chasing connection. I'm learning to trust my hunger. Not just for food, but for life. For joy. For rest. For mornings where the scale doesn't decide my mood. I may not have all the answers yet. But I finally have the right question: what does freedom taste like? This isn't the end. It's just the beginning of living well and loving myself without conditions. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more health and wellness tips. Turn on your notification bell so that you can get notified anytime we drop new episodes. See you soon.